This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Monday, November 4th, 2024. I'm Alex Brown. The completion of the $650 million double tracking of the South Shore Line in northwest Indiana is the latest example of momentum in the region. Population is increasing, wages are up, and leaders say a transformation is in the works. Northwest Indiana Forum CEO Heather Ennis.
Our connectivity to the city of Chicago is strong, and we're growing that in a technology base. And so looking at the things, we've got all of these great ingredients, and they're starting to really bubble up together to form something pretty special.
The Northwest Indiana Forum reports a net increase of more than 800 new businesses in the region. Fast-growing Remodel Health has added its name to the downtown Indianapolis skyline. The insurance technology company recently moved to the Union Campus development, a move that comes as the company has more than doubled its staff to a total of 160 over the last year. The city of Hammond cut the ribbon Friday on the revamped Gene Shepherd Community Center after a 2-month renovation. The updated building includes 12 indoor pickleball courts and updated food and drink amenities, though the cost of the project was not disclosed. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, we'll dive into each region's unique challenges and distinct opportunities for growth. 9 regions, 1 goal. Indiana's bold future starts here. Discover more and register at ibj.com/engage.
A small New York City church has sued Indianapolis-based Disciples Church Extension Fund after the nonprofit lender allegedly declined to release $7.3 million in loan funding advances for a proposed development of the church's property near Central Park.
La Hermosa Christian Church filed the lawsuit in June in the New York Court System's Commercial Division. The Extension Fund, which is the financing arm of the Indianapolis-based Christian church denomination, denies the lawsuit's allegations. The suit alleges the Extension Fund defaulted under the parties' loan agreement by failing to make advances requested by La Hermosa in November and December 2023 and January of 2024. The complaint claims the Extension Fund promised to advance funds to La Hermosa to finance the pre-construction phase of a construction project that would develop its property with a high-rise building that would offer housing, a new church, and new local community facilities. The Extension Fund filed a motion in August to dismiss the case. In that motion, the organization argued that La Hermosa still has no firm prospects with a developer to develop the property, since no financial institution is willing to make an approximately $300 million construction loan to a small church with no endowment that lacks a credible financial development partner. La Hermosa is suing for a breach of contract and is asking for declaratory judgment. Disciples Church Extension Fund Vice President Reverend Rhonda Hopewell said in an emailed statement that her organization fully denies the allegations. I'm Marek Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
A record number of Hoosier students have joined Indiana's 21st Century Scholars Program, more than doubling enrollment for the 2027 and 2028 cohorts, according to the Indiana Commission for Higher Education. More than 90,000 students have joined the program, a statewide grant program that funds lower-income student attendance at 2- and 4-year schools after a 2023 law allowed qualifying students to be automatically enrolled. In the 2028 cohort, more than 50,000 students were initially enrolled, according to CHE. Nearly 46,000 students have additionally enrolled in the 2027 cohort. State officials said enrollment ranged from 16,000 to 19,000 students per cohort in years prior. Community Health Network Chief Transformation Officer Patrick McGill is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.